meetings that I just couldn't move. So, but glad to be back and see you all here. Hope you had a good week. What an amazing week. More and more news coming out, more and more activity, more and more crypto noise. And so today we'll be covering off some of this digital asset treasury activity that's going on. We'll be covering off, and I'll be doing a bit of an unboxing of the new Seeker phone. There you go. I just got it today. And we will go into Howard Lutnick's statement around bringing more and more economic data on the blockchain. So, as you know, we've been doing this for 3 to 4 years now, and we actually have a super easy, agnostic, SQL-based blockchain that we've created so that all of this data can just be simply migrated on and tap into all of that capability and tool sets that's been built out for SQL using AI, and it's in development environment. So 20 million developers worldwide know how to use SQL. So huge untapped opportunity that we're trying to bring to this old ledger technology, leveraging modern, proven, tried, tested, AI-tuned database technology. And of course, the sheer volume of data that we're bringing with the consensus algorithms, the verification, attestation, don't trust, verify. Now that is live on the blockchain, and I'll be talking a bit about that as well. Hi again, I'm Stefan Rust. I'm the founder and CEO of the Truth Network, which is brought to you by Truflation. And I'm going to cover those topics today. So we saw some interesting activity, lots of movement right now around digital asset treasuries in the Solana space. We saw a lot of announcements. There seems to be a big shift from Ethereum into Solana, millions of dollars moving into that direction. And so interesting to see where that goes. But it was funny now that the movement is going to Solana. And yesterday we saw the Solana announcement. I'm sure you all saw that, where Pantera announced Solana DAT, billions of dollars, right? Here you go. You can see here where they announce, bang. And lots of analysis as to how this works. They're sitting on locked Solana. They're not necessarily buying new Solana. Are they really buying new Solana? But ultimately, it's created a momentum shift where people are beginning to see and witness and catch on to the fact that there is a bit more out there above and beyond what we just have on I have to change this, what we have in Ethereum and Bitcoin. There's a bit more out there to blockchain. And so, so that's where we're at. So here, check out this link here. Okay, share. Okay. And so here you can see Pantera Capital plans 1.25 billion raised to build NASDAQ listed Solana vehicle. So so they're looking to raise that. They're sitting on a lot of Solana already. So now it's really coming to list. What does that mean? Where are the opportunities? I don't know. On the one hand, it's they're joining a number of Bitcoin digital asset treasuries. They're crypto treasuries, which is the more this is sort of a Wall Street name, digital asset treasury, to make it sound like more sophisticated versus cryptocurrency treasuries. Either way, it's here, and we're seeing the shift, right? We saw Bitcoin go to Ethereum, and now it's going to altcoins, right? So we're seeing Solana be the next one. And what we're seeing other ones, we're hearing noise of other ones, but ultimately we got to see Solana go. So what does that mean? Where's the opportunity? I don't know, look at where projects in crypto on Solana are going, right? We've got Pyth, huge spike in Pyth. Really, these last days, we've seen a huge spike in Drift, which is a perpetual exchange. Jupiter, another exchange that's really big on the Solana ecosystem. Radium, the liquidity provider for the whole Solana ecosystem. And Truth token is also on the Solana ecosystem, bringing real world data to everybody on that ecosystem and in that ecosystem, testable and verifiable. And so that's why it's really attuned that I managed to get this Seeker phone arriving today, right? And then I'm going to open it for the first time. So here you can see me open it. I want to pull it out. And there you go. There is the box. The box, I'm not sure what that says there. Nothing, but you can see there, that's what it looks like. Let me get you some zoom. I'm not sure why it's not zooming, but that's what the box looks like. Let's try and open it now. Shake, 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 shake. Here we go. And here it is. There's the phone. I mean, it looks pretty much like an iPhone. And because I break shit all the time, I got a cover and a price, but let's switch it on, see if it comes on, if there's any juice. There you go, powered by Android. You can see that there. There you go, nice Seeker logo, so you can see it all there. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading. What do we got here? I want English. Yeah, that's what I want. Perfect. Vision settings. And then I don't know what my vision settings are. Display size, text, magnification, select to speak. Oh, wow. Okay. So you can do all of these features. So you can customize all of that. I won't do that here. I just wanted to share with you what that looks like. And here you can see Seed Vault. I don't know if you can see that, but there you got a Seed Vault. So this is your trusted execution environment that sits on the phone. So basically your ledger technology that you have on the phone, your secure element that is securing and encrypting your seed phrase, your private keys. So yeah, lots of cool integration that will take place with that. Ultimately, you can integrate identity management associated with that, your wallet, your money, your art, et cetera, et cetera. So now all on a phone. So pretty cool. Yeah, feels really nice. I haven't looked at the camera yet. I will test you. So come on Tuesday and I'll let you know what it's like. I also did get, let me just rip this off, some protection. And I think, I'm not sure if it comes with it or you have to order it on top, but knowing how I just somehow seem to drop things all the time, I bought this and got this with it, opening it up. Oh man. I don't have fingernails. I do cut my fingernails regularly. I used to play water polo, and when you play water polo, they test your fingernails before you play. And so you have to show the umpire or the referees your fingernails. And so if you have them, you have to go clip them. So I always have very clipped fingers, I think just inherent in my, from those days. As most of you know, I'm also a big swimmer. They don't check your fingers in swimming and your fingernails, so it's a way to grow paddles. If you really want to know about something other than that, but yeah, here you go. I got another package. I got a screen protector on the screen, and yeah, so yeah, excited to unravel. Oh, here are the screens. There you go. Look, 2 different screen protectors. So yeah, pretty good package. You got a cleaner. And here I got a padding system that I can put around. Look, it's got nice, I don't know if you can see that, nice Seeker there written on it. It's got the Solana logo there on the bottom. And yeah, look at that. So customized. So anytime I would drop it. And we all drop our phones. I don't care what you say, who you are. There will always come a time where we unfortunately do drop our phone. And now, bang, protected. And then in here, what else do I get? I get a nice package. I got a cable. Feels nice. It's you got the SIM card pin, that you get in the iPhone, normal, same stuff. And then you got a nice sort of, USB-C. So nice cable, nice material. Feels solid. Doesn't feel wimpy and limpy, but feels solid. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know. Seeker phone. There you go. Solana. Check it out. I'll let you know what I think about it after the weekend once we get through this. But that was, I should have done that all without sharing this screen, right? Yeah, you can see here, I can select to speak, I can set it all up. I mean, nothing new, but it's just an interesting Solana-based phone. Will they win market share? Will they be the world leader? Who knows? Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. And ultimately, will this then move into glasses and we'll just be able to talk to it? And my money is locked in here. And yeah, that'll be, at the moment, it's going to be on here. I'll let you know what it's like once I get it all set up. So just wanted to share that with you as Solana is now hitting the news and getting a lot of traction in the market. So there you go. That is the Seeker phone coming to the market. And guess what? There should be a season where if you looked at the first Seeker phone or Solana phone, there were a number of different airdrops to phone holders. So maybe that will pay for the phone. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, that's sort of pretty much it. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Howard Lutnick going on and talking about bringing economic data to the blockchain. So he was at a panel. I don't know if you saw that, but he was out there talking about bringing economic data to the blockchain. Here you go, starting with GDP, Commerce Secretary. And as you all know, Truflation has been doing this for the government for a long time. It is already live. I can go to check out on Truflation.com. I can come here and I can search for gross domestic product, GDP. I can see the tick rate. Where is it from? Who's publishing it? The Bureau of Economic Analysis. I can get access via API, so whoosh, or I can get access via the SDK and on the blockchain. So here it is on the Truth network, live. Truth scan, you can see it here, GDP. It is published by Truflation. So Truflation did a lot of the lift to bring this onto the blockchain. So anybody can start working with this, get record. SDK methods, super easy. You can take the stream ID and embed this in your solution. Just go and install a node. Super easy. Can I do anything here? We used to get stream data, so you can then come here and then here, boom, you can get and set up the SDK and run with this data. Already verified and sourced to you. There you go. Just take this code, run with it, and boom, you're off to the races in Go program, Golang, TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, any programming language you need. Super easy, right here, right for you for now, anytime. And then here you can see it gets updated on a quarterly basis. You can see, yeah, so you can also come here, get access from here, and just get a JSON API right away if you don't necessarily want. Or if you're a subscriber, you can download it into an Excel spreadsheet and then work with it on your own basis. You can use this to compare with other slides, etc. So yeah, we don't have the fact sheet, all of that, but all of that's there. So now, finally, you can get that. And we have already been doing this since 2023. So whilst we really applaud Chainlink for bringing this also to the chain, wonder where they get it from. Anyway, so yeah, look at their data here. This is basically the Truth network. We've been doing this. It goes to Truflation. Truflation then publishes it on the blockchain, and then it can be made available across any chain. And so, yeah, so we've been doing this for a while. Congrats to Chainlink to also getting this done, big partner of ours. And not only do we do this for US data, you can see we just announced our own calculation for the PCE, which is the personal consumption index, which is also an index that is being developed by the Bureau of Economic Analysis. So this is also under the Commerce Department. This is the same bureau that publishes the GDP numbers. This is not the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Oliver and the data team have gone and done a new model, new methodology on how to do it with real-time updates. Again, we're doing it real time, not monthly. Don't wait monthly. See the changes all the time. 14 million price points from 40 different providers integrated into this calculation. It matches the BEA's official product hierarchy and weights. So we're correlating just better data, more real time, aligned with the BEA's product weighting and hierarchy, right? So we're not changing it. We're just giving it more meat, giving you a faster time frames, more data, right? And so that's it. We've generally enhanced the housing element in there. So we've strengthened the housing. As you know, we're way ahead on the housing methodology and calculations anyway. We work with a whole slew of companies, as well as Penn State University, Parcel, with Zillow, with Trulia, and others to really capture the data in real time again, and to be able to present to you a better housing methodology. And then ultimately, we're offering you insights in terms of where it's going. So we're giving you, as a premium subscriber, probabilities in terms of where it's going. And so, yeah, that's now live on the website, and you can see that here. You can compare different indexes. You've got core, goods, and services as a result out of that. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. And yeah, that's now live too. So a couple of things, right? Just take away, we're bringing new indexes to the market. We're adding all of the sheer volume of data that you have from Truflation, 100 million data points. All of those are now coming to the blockchain and to the calculations. We're taking the same weighting in some of the cases and the same categories as defined by the Bureau of Economic Analysis. And we're adjusting and creating better calculations as it relates to some of those categories, e.g., especially housing. And we're giving it 40 million data points instead of just the amount that they're using. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. So again, real time, you get it instantly, which means you get it 30 days ahead of the government. So the PCE is now 30 days ahead. And given the fact that we've got real estate and property there, and which is calculated a lot better, we still think we can retain that 45-day lead time. So that's what we're doing with some of the bigger indexes. And there's something coming really soon. There's Employment Friday tomorrow, and we are going to be announcing, not tomorrow, but something around that topic. So stay tuned. We're doing more. We're getting better data, more reliable data, and you're getting it in real time. And you can verify each of the sources. Where is the components coming from? Who's supplying that data? As you know, we provide all of that through the Truth Scan and through Truflation.com. And you can download it and get historical data if you're a premium subscriber. So just subscribe, sign up, and then you can have your economic dreams and your economic trades make more sense and be ahead of the curve and follow some of the industry leaders that do that already. Anyway, that's really exciting for us, and nice to see. All the meanwhile, we're just continuing to build out the Truth Scan and get more of this out here. So here I can come to PCE. And here you go. You can see here, you can see the PCE calculated by the BEA, and then you have the Truflation PCE. So when I come to the Truflation PCE, you can see here, I can then compare it to the PCE, the BEA, price, goods, services, core. Let's just look at the whole thing, compare. And you can see how it compares. Again, we're on the upside. Generally, a lot of similarities here. We can break it down. We don't need since 2010. We can go back, let's just look at the last year. Whoa, I think we just jumped to 2025. Look at it since January, apply, and you can see here where we're at. So you can actually just see how we correlate to that. And bear in mind, this is published every single day compared to the government numbers. And so here you can see updated June 1. Why is it only updated on June 1? But here you can see all the data providers. You got a number of different data providers. The source, what category is it? It's updated daily. So it should be updated daily. So here it's updated August 28th. So on the Truth Network, and it's updated all the time. So that's why actually you need to be a premium subscriber to get that data. But here, available on the Truth Network, live for you all the time. So get that stream. You can get the stream data. Click here. You have the SDK. You can come in and install it again in all the different programming languages. So super easy for you and your team to start working with it and embedding it into your lending protocols, into your synthetic assets, into tradability associated with, into the prediction markets. All of these are now live, available for any smart contract to read, interpret, and get attestation for in order to settle. The other thing is, a lot of you know, on the one hand, we've been working with Argentina for quite a while. And you can see here, we launched the Argentina index. Inflation's come down significantly from some 250% annual inflation in the last 12 months down to some 30%, which is on the super low end of everything, right? So amazing how Argentina has really done an amazing job. We can go back, look here, up here, they peaked at 296% and come down even before, 2023. So they're nearly at a 5-year low, right? So it's pretty, actually 3-year low. Here, there, I'd say they're now at a 5-year low, right? So look at that. They were 38 and now they're 31. So 5-year low in inflation. Look at that rapid drop. So amazing job by the government there. And as a lot of you know, not only are we working with bringing economic data from the government onto the blockchain, onto the Truth Network, we've been working side by side with the Argentinian government to bring data to you. And so here you can see the tab. This is their wallet address. So this is their unique ID. What streams have they deployed? This is Ministerio de Económica y Financias Públicas de Argentina. So this is the Argentinian government that has published their pricing data on chain. So here you can see the price of pomelo, right? The price of, I don't know what bonbon is, but you got cream, you got chorizos, you got morcilla, which I think is cheese. I'm not sure, but anybody in the comment sections, let me know what you think. But yeah, you can see they've got 10,502 pages to be able to visualize on all their data that they've got. But they've brought a lot of real, unique, individual item price sets to the chain, right? So that's not only are they just bringing a high level index and you don't see what's the underlying element, you can now calculate an index associated with each of these. So, when Truflation launched the egg index, so here, you can do the same for Argentina, right? So we could do Truflation egg index. So I can come onto here, I can see eggs. You can see the price for a dozen of eggs is $4.30 on average. And you can see the suppliers of this. The data providers here are the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the USDA, the Numbeo, and Nielsen, right? So 2 private entities, 2 government entities, getting you all the pricing. And you could do the same with the data from Argentina now. It is live here. You can see the government published data here. And we'll be doing an announcement with them over the next couple of weeks as we try to ramp this up. So how can we do more of work like this, working together with the government, leveraging a transparent, instant, accessible to everybody, visual and price feeds for anybody to work with and make that accessible. It's your data. you are paying through tax dollars the government to capture this data. So they should equally be sharing this to you. And they can do it at minimal cost. There's no cost for sharing this on the blockchain, on the Truth Network at the moment for anybody. We do this for free. Why? Because we believe in the monetization, financialization of data, and it's up to you to financialize it. We charge a small subscription fee, but that's going to change as well. We're going to allow you to be able to predict where the price of eggs will go over the next couple of months, half a year, maybe even a year. You predict and forecast, where do you think it's going to be? And based on that, if it's going up, the cost of food at home and away from home is going to go up because eggs are a core ingredient for food at home. Food is now some 16% of overall household spending. If that goes up, food's likely to go up. And if food goes up, so does inflation. If inflation goes up, interest rates go down or up. So interest rates go up because inflation goes up. And then ultimately you can predict all of those elements and see what the market really feels like associated with this economic data. That's what we're working towards. That's our vision. That's coming for Truflation.com, powered by Truth Network, the independent SQL-based blockchain, leveraging the tools and the tried and tested capabilities that SQL provides. And think about all of these LLMs, all of these AI solutions that are already live today are now obviously tuned for AI. And guess what? We launched our MCP solution on the Truth Network. So MCP is a protocol that basically it's like an API, but it's for agents to be able to read changing terminologies, changing access, and any little change to that API. All of a sudden, you can now get access to that. Here, MCP is live. Check this out. So it's now AI enabled. Think about that, right? So AI, SQL, and real world assets finally connect on chain. So we're bringing these three elements together. So you can see here, missing model context. The protocol is now live, giving AI agents direct access to verifiable real world data through SQL, the language they already know best. So no retraining, no obscure dialects, just plain English prompts that instantly manage that, from events to assets, a trade prints on an exchange, a storm hits Texas. You can read all of this. I haven't actually read it, but it's really, we've been really working on this and making this battle tested, tried, and so it now works and is ready for everybody to use. We've also been really trying to highlight the opportunity. And why is this so important, right? So if you look at why SQL is such an important component to everything we're doing, especially in how internet capital markets will evolve. What will they look like, right? And so we're looking to really establish Truth Network as that entity powering these internet capital markets. And these mean grassroots, internet-centric ideas grown out of the internet from you and the community. And so why is SQL so important? Number one, you have 20 million engineers that know how to work with SQL. It's tuned for AI, enabling developers to get up to speed and accelerate market products instantly. So you can do new market creation, new product creation, new market making, new trading capability, all agentic and autonomously. And this is now used as the language franca for the blockchain. So SQL is the de facto language for the blockchain with tooling that we're used to from the blockchain. So verification, We have a Byzantine fault tolerant consensus algorithm. We have SQL based smart contract tooling. So all of a sudden, you can actually write straight to the program and to the database. You do not need to take that data off chain, make sure it's indexed, work with a different type of language, rewrite it back to the blockchain in Solidity or Rust, learn a new programming language, then adapt it and then write it back. Oh, I forgot to put indexing in there. So I need to then add indexing into there so I can extract the data again and do the computation off chain. No, you can do all of that off chain. And now you're not limited to maybe 5,000 developers. All of a sudden, 20 million developers can access that and you work with that. That is the vision that we have. That is what we're pursuing. And all of a sudden, AI is no good without all of that data. And you have 100 million real world data, real world event data, right? So all of a sudden you have, wow, tons of data from weather through to wait and see what other data sets we've got. But we've got all the economic data that you've seen in the past. You know all the Truflation data already across India, Argentina, US, UK, all live already, feeding and supporting different layer ones, supporting different oracles, supporting different prediction markets, different synthetic assets, all ready live now for you to work with. That's what we're working on at Truth Network. A bit of a sales pitch here, but yeah, just wanted to share with you some of the excitement. There you go. We're already bringing economic data to the Truth Network. It's live now, number one. Number two, Solana phone. Watch out. Super excited about Solana and the Solana ecosystem, and really glad to have the Truth Network and Truflation supporting the Solana ecosystem, and we'll see a lot more coming out on that platform. And then lastly, yeah, the Truth Network is available to anybody, and look forward. Hope you enjoyed this and stay tuned. I'll be back on Tuesday again. I'll be in a different country. I am traveling again, but I will make an attempt to be online and give you a podcast. I might be a bit earlier or a bit later, as I have a really important meeting at 5 p.m. next Tuesday. So stay tuned. And yeah, and then I'll also give you an update after what my experience is with the Solana phone. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned. Stay brave. It's still not a stable market out there. Lots of changes. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.